Welcome back to another episode of Trust Me Bro Weekly Updates. We've got a ton of cool stuff to cover today, from like new features on social platforms to some major moves happening in the crypto world. Plus, we'll check in with Percs Games for their latest updates. And as always, wrap things up with a tasty craft beer recommendation.
Sounds good.
Okay, first up, the Lens Protocol is making waves with some big announcements about their Lens V3 Treasury. You ready for this?
Hit me.
They're gearing up to launch the migration to the new Lens network. And get this, the upgrade is totally free for all users. Lens is footing the bill for all the infrastructure costs. Now, that's what I call community love.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive move, especially when you consider the size of the treasury we're talking about. $753,320 dedicated to supporting and growing the entire Lens ecosystem.
Wow, that's a serious chunk of change. So what exactly are they planning to do with all those funds?
Well, they've already outlined some exciting initiatives. For starters, there's a Christmas hackathon in the works, complete with on-chain community voting. So if you're a developer or just have some cool ideas for the Lens platform, you can actually have a direct say in shaping its future.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I love the idea of giving the community that kind of power.
Yeah.
What else is in the pipeline?
They're also allocating a sizable portion, $250,000, to purchase something called bonsai tokens on a platform called zkSync. The plan is to use those tokens for a future airdrop. Now, this is where it gets interesting for anyone holding Lens profiles, because those bonsai tokens could potentially become quite valuable down the line.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. It sounds like they're really putting a lot of thought and resources into building out the Lens ecosystem.
Absolutely. They're also using the remaining funds to support ongoing development and growth initiatives. It's clear that Lens is playing the long game here, and that's a positive sign for everyone involved.
For sure. Okay, moving on to another platform making some serious moves. Warpcast just dropped a fantastic new feature called Starter Packs. And this is especially cool for anyone using Farcaster. Think of it as a super easy way to connect with your community and find the voices that matter most to you.
Yeah, it's all about simplifying the experience, especially for newcomers. Basically, you can curate up to 100 accounts into a single pack. And here's the kicker. You can create as many packs as you want. It's like having a customized preset feed that instantly connects you to your favorite people and communities. No more endless scrolling trying to find the content you're looking for.
Unlimited packs, that's brilliant. It gives users so much flexibility and control over their Farcaster experience. Okay, next up, we've got a major upgrade worth talking about. Farcaster Frames V2. Remember when Frames first launched back in January?
Yeah, there were some initial limitations, like small sizes and those annoyingly slow rendering times. It made things like user identification and interacting with your wallet a bit clunky.
Right, definitely room for improvement. So what's changed with Frames V2?
Well, they've completely overhauled the system by introducing a full-screen application standard directly within the Farcaster app. This solves a lot of those early issues and opens up a world of possibilities.
Okay, so what does this mean for the average Farcaster user? Give us the practical benefits.
Well, first off, you'll have seamless access to user account information right within the frame. No more jumping between different screens. Plus, they've integrated APIs for smoother app interactions and added a built-in Ethereum provider that simplifies transactions and signing. Essentially, on-chain actions just got a whole lot easier and more streamlined.
That's huge. It sounds like they really listened to user feedback and addressed the pain points. Okay, time to switch gears to the world of gaming. Big congrats to Percs Games. They just hit a major milestone, 100 movie games.
And to celebrate, they're hosting a special event this Friday, so make sure to mark your calendars if you're a fan of their games.
Absolutely, it's going to be epic. And speaking of epic, their games are incredibly popular with a massive and engaged community. Their last game around drew over 4,000 players.
Yeah, and when you consider the entire series, we're talking about over 15,000 participants. Those numbers speak for themselves. It's clear that people are loving what Percs Games is doing.
For sure. And to make things even more interesting, they just launched a brand new reward system where players can actually mint exclusive badges for participating.
And these aren't just some random digital trinkets. People are really excited about them. Over 1,500 of the first token badges for their Guess the Movie game were minted in less than a day. And you can even check them out on OpenSea. It's a cool way to reward active players and build even more excitement around their games.
Love it. Okay, time for our Curator Collects segment, where we shine a spotlight on some of the most interesting and influential figures in the crypto space. Today we're featuring Dankshard, a true OG in the Lens ecosystem. He's the mastermind behind the Dank token and the founder of the exclusive Dank Cabal Club on the Orb app. But what's truly fascinating about Dankshard is his incredibly diverse range of interests. We're talking art, finance, crypto, education, you name it.
He's like a renaissance man of the digital age. He's constantly exploring and connecting different fields, and his insights are always fresh and thought-provoking.
Exactly. And he's incredibly generous with his knowledge, always sharing valuable insights on everything from meme coins to major industry players. Plus, he's a great source for updates on potential airdrops, so if you're looking to stay ahead of the curve, definitely give him a follow on Lens and Farcaster. You won't be disappointed. All right, it's time to unwind and shift gears to something a bit more delicious. Let's talk beer. This week, we're raising a glass to the Oat and Rye Stout from Harbottle Brewing Company in Tucson, Arizona. Now, the name Harbottle might ring a bell for history buffs out there. It's actually a nod to Harbottle Castle in Northumberland, England, which adds a touch of historical charm to this already intriguing brew.
And the beer itself is quite special. It's an American-style stout brewed with oats and rye, which gives it a truly unique flavor profile. Imagine a subtle, dark fruit aroma combined with a hint of chocolate malt sweetness. It's the kind of beer you want to savor on a chilly evening.
That sounds delicious. And it's 7.6% ABV. It packs a nice little punch without being too overpowering.
Exactly. A perfect way to end the week.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so that wraps up this week's Trust Me Bro weekly updates. Hopefully you walk away with some new projects to explore, some interesting people to follow, or maybe even a new brew to try out this weekend.
I know I am.
Remember, the world of crypto and social media is constantly evolving.